Hello, welcome to Old Nerd Reads his Marvel Comics in Order. This is episode 26. This time we're taking a look at Marvel Team Up issues 43 and 44. These are parts 3 and 4 of a four-part story arc beginning in Marvel Team Up number 41, written by Bill Mantlo, art by our pal Buscema, who I'm growing to love more and more and more. Covers are by Gil Kane, and they look good. They look really good. Nice bright colors, and just great layouts. These covers are. This issue, our special guest is Doctor Doom. Although throughout the entire 4-issue series, you have multiple guest stars. Anyway, but here we're back in Salem, Massachusetts, back during the witch trials in the 1600s, and we're about to find out about this Dark Rider character. We thought our villain was Cotton Mather, but he is just a henchman for the Dark Rider. And the Dark Riders used Cotton Mather to bring the Scarlet Witch and Doctor Doom into the past so that he can leech off their power, basically. These two issues, lots of fun. Just battle from cover to cover. Here is Doom's origin story retold by the Rider. Originally seen in Fantastic Four Annual number 2, 1964. That's pretty cool. So this is just 11 years later. So that's pretty neat. They're doing a lot of fighting. The Dark Rider's cat turns into a huge, mountain lion type thing. And this is pretty impressive. This Dark Rider character, he's more than Doom can handle. Now, a cool subplot in this story arc has been the Salem witch trials, and they actually Bill Mantlo writes basically a historical retelling of some of the events. But this is when John Proctor is on trial, and everybody in the jury is frothing at the mouth and fainting because supposedly these prisoners are witches, and they're condemned. This is what happened for reals. They were condemned because of these hysterical women claiming that people they didn't like were witches. They were condemned in court to die. Then we get back to the superhero part. This is cool now, the Mighty Marvel checklist every week. We'll see how long that keeps up, but that's one of my favorite things is the checklist. Throughout the 80s, it was pretty prolific. It was usually in every issue, but right now they're just kind of getting going on it. So we'll see if they're able to keep it up every issue. Oh, what was cool in this? Dean Mullaney. A letter from Dean Mullaney. He is the founder of Eclipse Comics. Big in the 1980s for Airboy and a bunch of other really cool independent comics came through Eclipse. I just discovered Eclipse Comics a few years ago and have been buying them up and reading them and really enjoying them. They're great comic books. But Dean Mullaney was the publisher. He started that company just probably a year or two after this letter was written. I think in 1977, Eclipse Comics was founded by Dean Mullaney. So he wrote in and he was complimenting. He starts off by bashing Bill Mantlo, trying to copy Stan Lee. He calls Bill Mantlo's shades of Stan Lee imitations have been some of the low points in Marvel Universe of late. He's bashing him, but he turns it around and praises him for his previous story here in Marvel Team Up. Value stamp this time. I'm going to say that's Namor. Let's see. Yeah, big fights. That's basically what this issue is. Just everybody big fights with the Dark Rider, and they're throwing everything they've got at the Dark Rider, and he smacks them off. There's nothing they can throw at him that stops him, and eventually he knocks them all out. And that's the cliffhanger. He's knocked them all out. Now what are they going to do? They're stranded back in 1692 Salem, Massachusetts. This guy's got them all knocked out. What hope is there for our heroes? Looks like next issue's guest, though, might be their savior, Moondragon. Let's see. We have the power of Doom's time platform. We can jump ahead a month and look at the next issue. This time, Moondragon is our special guest. Now, I don't know how long she'd been around at this point. I don't know much about Moondragon. I seem to remember her being in maybe the Defenders in the early 80s and kind of being known as like an ice princess. Nobody liked her really, but she was on the Defenders. I can't remember. I might be wrong about that. But this is a great splash page. Look at this. Sal, our pal Buscema, knocking it out of the park. Nice bright colors, nice tight inking. I love it. You even get another bonus guest star. Iron Man comes out. So, Moondragon, why are you standing out here on top of the building in this electrical storm? Although Iron Man shouldn't be out there because he's made of iron and he's a pretty good conductor for lightning, I'm sure. But she senses something. That's why she's hanging out there. And she wanders back in the building, and this orb is in there, and it's another time gate, I guess, left by the Scarlet Witch to a lifeline for help in the present to bring help to the past. And it's a good thing because Dark Rider's got them all on the sacrificial slab. Dr. Doom is sucking off his energy. So things aren't looking good for our heroes. As a matter of fact, we're going to stab them on this sacrificial altar so that the Dark Rider can absorb all their power. Moondragon shows up just in time. Spidey wakes up. Oh, they're still selling these bronze medallions. I wish I had those. If anybody has them out there, let me know. I want to know about them. Those are cool. But even Moondragon cannot handle the Dark Rider. He's too powerful for her. Now we get the origin of the Dark Rider. And he goes way back into mankind's ancient history when demons were locked up and men studied them and became demons themselves. And that's how you get the Dark Rider. But he needs more power, so he's siphoning off Dr. Doom and Scarlet Witch's power for himself. Now this confused me. The Marvel Explosion is here. I was like, okay. And available to all faithful Marvelites wherever our cuddly comic mags are displayed. So I was like, what? It doesn't even say what this is. A monthly grab bag of Marvel madness, all on sale now. Okay, so are these posters? Are these stick-ons? What are these? But then you flip the page. The Marvel Explosion is here, and it's a subscription service. So this is just basically corner box art type ad for all the books that you can subscribe to, I think. Confused me at first, but I think I got it figured out. I don't remember if it was this issue or if it was the issue before. It must be the issue before, but it kind of confirms what I thought all along. Marvel Team Up began as kind of a rotating cast of who the star of the book was. It was either the Human Torch or Spider-Man. But in this letters column, they explain that if the best-selling ones have Spider-Man on the cover. So Spider-Man is going to be the star of the book from now on. Nobody else. The Human Torch, he doesn't sell enough, so just going to be a Spider-Man book at this point, which is what I suspected. I don't know if you remember some of the old nerd videos I talked about my suspicions, and it was just confirmed in the letters column. And either this one or the other one, I can't remember now. But yeah, finally our heroes are starting to bounce back. Dr. Doom, after the Dark Rider explained to him that Dr. Doom's mother was a witch, and Dr. Doom, carries her power within him, but it's latent. Now that Dr. Doom realizes he has it, That's a great Doctor Doom pose right there. But now that Doctor Doom realizes he has it, he harnesses it and blasts the Dark Rider with it, and everybody pounds him all at once, and they pound him so hard he vanishes or burns up. Anyway, so everybody goes home. The fight's over. Everybody goes home except Spider-Man. He says, "You guys head home on Doom's time platform, but send it back for me. I've got to go check on something." And grim ending. Spider-Man gets back to Salem to find that John Proctor and the other villagers who had been on trial for witchcraft had been hung. The Dark Riders, the fight with the Dark Rider made it too late for him to come back and save them. So it's pretty grim, but a great Bill Mantlo story. Like, Bill Mantlo was one of the great unsung writers of Marvel, I think. Did some really fantastic work and did a lot of it. But anyway, that's my look at these last two of the 4-issue story of Spider-Man Back in Time during the Salem witch trials with Scarlet Witch, the Vision, Doctor Doom, and Moondragon. Pretty cool stuff. I'm really loving it. This was a great 4-issue arc. I'm looking forward to more of this. I'm hoping Bill Mantlo is on the title for a while. I don't know that he's on it forever, but I really like him, and Sal Buscema as well. But I know that later on, Marvel Team Up kind of mixes up creative teams, I think. So we'll see. But anyway, that's it for this time. If I missed anything, if I got anything wrong, comment down below. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Thanks.